Welcome back to Supercar Street Racing. I'm Brad, and this is my 2023 Tesla Model S Plaid, and we're going to take a look at that today on the channel. Stay with us. Welcome back to Supercar Street Racing. My name is Brad. Hopefully you are tuned into the channel for more than the first time, but if not, welcome. And today we have my brand new 2023 Tesla Model S Plaid sitting here, and we're going to tell you all about it today. Now, the car was purchased back in April. It does have some modifications to it from stock, and we're going to show you that all today on the channel. You're checking out the front of my 2023 Tesla Model S Plaid, looking so fresh out here in the middle of the parking lot. And I wanted to take some time today to show you guys the front of the car, some of what has been done to it, and some of the unique features of the car. And of course, the first thing you can see here on the car is that the car is completely wrapped in a satin wrap. Now, you can also see in the front of the car that the headlights are also wrapped in satin, and I was a little bit concerned about that, but actually it has not been a problem. They're actually really bright, and it did not affect the brightness of the headlights at all. Taking a look at the front also of the 2023 Tesla Model S Plaid, there are a few other modifications here. You can see right here that we have the carbon fiber front V right underneath the modified black Tesla logo right here, and then down below that we have the carbon fiber splitter down here, and that thing is called an apron, and it literally just sits right on top of the regular bumper and gives the car an enhanced look as well, a more sporty look, and it does match the carbon fiber rear wing that we will show you guys. Carbon fiber rear spoiler we'll show you guys here shortly. That is the extent of the modifications on the front of the 2023 Tesla Model S Plaid. Now let's take a look at the side of the car. This is my 2023 Tesla Model S Plaid. I'm happy to have you guys here on the channel checking it out. And taking a look at the side of the vehicle, the first thing you will notice probably right away, if you're familiar with Teslas, is that I do have aftermarket wheels and tires. Immediately, the first thing I did when I bought the vehicle was go ahead and order my wheels and tires. Now, I did get the car with the 19-inch Tempest wheels and tires because I didn't want to pay the upgrade for the 21s. I figured I could take that money and use it and get whatever I want. I did end up ordering the BC Forged HB04s in matte black, and there you can see how they look. And I did order the hardware also exposed for the three-piece wheel, and the bolts are actually matte black as well. And apologies, I'm in a flight path right now, but that's just what happens. Now keep on looking at the side of the Model S Plaid. You'll see some other cool features. I do have the hardware 4 version of the Model S Plaid, and so this has more cameras and no sensors whatsoever, all camera based, and that is what you're seeing right here is the hardware 4 camera. And if you notice, right on top of the hardware 4 camera, we do have some carbon fiber camera covers, which I think add a nice accent to the side of the car here. And then moving down the car a little bit further, and you can see it just opened by Bluetooth, we do have the carbon fiber mirrors as well, looking really good, and they do also match the carbon fiber camera covers here, and also the carbon fiber that you're about to see in the next picture. All right, we're towards the back of my 2023 Tesla Model S Plaid now, and you can see right there that the door handles did pop open because of the Bluetooth phone. And here we have the carbon fiber caps for the Model S handles, and they look awesome. And back here you can see the 295/35 ZR21 Pilot Sport 4S's with the HB04 BC Forged wheels. And that's going to round out the side of the Model S Plaid. Let's take a look at the back now. All right, here's a good look at the back of my 2023 Model S Plaid. You can see the tail lights looking great. I don't know if they were resale for 2023, but I did forget to mention that the front headlights were restyled for 2023, and they are upgraded laser headlights. Here in the back, nothing really to show except for the fact that we removed the Tesla logo here completely when we did wrap the car, and also in the front, we also removed the front license plate. Taking a look at the inside of my 2023 Model S Plaid, and I did wait specifically for the exact color combination that I wanted. I wanted black interior with carbon fiber, not the wood grain, and you can see in here, this is all new carbon fiber interior, and also this car does have hardware 4. And taking a look at just like every other Model S, they have the screen over here on the left that shows you a bunch of information like navigation, your charge rate, the time and things like that, and maybe like your radio station and things like that you're listening to. And then over here we do have the yoke. I did not have a choice on the yoke. I did not order this car custom made, so the yoke was actually already in the car. Moving down to the bottom here, you can see that the Plaid comes with some brushed aluminum or just straight up aluminum pedals, which look pretty cool. And then moving up to the seats, these are not real leather seats. All of the Teslas have vegan kind of safe leather. And then looking to the center here in the middle of the dash, they do have 2 chargers for wireless phones. So if you stick your phone right there, and it did start charging. So they have 2 of those right here available for you. And then moving into the center here, we have a pocket right here that does have just enough area for a few pairs of glasses. And then moving forward, there's another pocket that I actually just found out about. I did not know this existed until yesterday, and if we move that open, there's actually 2 USB connectors right here and 2 on the back here in the right by the back screen here. And then of course we have our center console with a lot more storage in here, and we do have a cup holder if you let that slide forward. Moving up to the center of the dash here, I'm sure you guys are all familiar with the Tesla display, and if we go to the home screen here and we go to the actual vehicle down here and the software, you can see this is a Model S Plaid with 903 miles on it for supercar street racing. It does have the VIN there. It does have a full self-driving computer. I did not purchase full self-driving, and we are on 11.1, 2023, 26.9 software. And then moving up to the very top of the car here on the controls, you hit the control button. You have the ability here to play with the mirrors, the steering, the wiper, the window locks, fold your mirrors, the display, the child lock. And then at the top of the screen here, you can see LTE. You can move the display towards you or away from you with this button here. And then of course there is your brightness control, and this button here pops open the glove box over here. Moving down to pedals and steering, you can see this is where you choose your acceleration, and that basically is how the pedal reacts to your foot. And you can see here we have chill, sport, or plaid. And then of course if you want to do drag strip mode, you can check that out in my other video when I did that for the first time. That is your drag strip mode, which puts the car in cheetah stance and then allows you to launch with the most possible power. And then also your steering mode can be set to comfort, standard, or sport. And then track mode is right there, and that really allows you to fine-tune the car for more of a track type aggressive day. And there's settings in there for the front and rear traction, and things like traction control and regen are available in your track mode. And then of course it says apply your brakes when regenerative braking is limited. So that basically is telling you if you're not able to regen, it will help you by putting the brakes on. This auto shift out of park is basically, it's a beta thing where the car knows if you want to go forward or backwards automatically. I do not have it on. And then the slip start basically is when you get stuck, you use that. Here's a suspension, and the ride height is set to low. It's on sport. You can go advanced on the suspension, and you can set your comfort and your handling. I just keep mine on sport. I really like the way that feels. It says here if you want to use comfort dampening and autopilot, you turn this switch on when you have autopilot on, and then it sets your default ride height to low. But if you press this, it says when enabled, the default ride height will adjust to low mode in most driving scenarios. Model S will always automatically adjust the ride height to balance comfort, handling, and range, and that's all that's available on that screen. And then this screen is where you see your charge limit and your actual percentage that you want the car to charge up to, and this car is set to charge no higher than 90% is what they recommend, and they recommend 80% if you're going to be driving the car every day, which I do not. This is where you actually adjust with your current that you want the car to charge in. So if I stick it in a 50 amp, it'll charge at 48 amps maximum. And then the last time I supercharged, which was April 14th, I've only supercharged the car one time, and it's when I bought it. It was $27.30 because I do not have free supercharging. And this is the Autopilot, and you can set it to either traffic aware cruise control or auto steer beta by doing that. And then you have to answer yes. And then this is your following distance, and this is how you get into auto steer. And they're talking about this button here on the steering wheel, which I will show you guys next. And this is how you set your speed and your offset for your cruise control. You can put a speed limit warning on there as well, a forward collision warning. You can adjust that so it comes on sooner or later. Here's your lane departure warning, and this can set to assist, so it will actually help you steer. And then here's all your other options: emergency lane avoidance departure, automatic emergency braking, obstacle aware acceleration, traffic aware cruise control chime, and green traffic light chime. Moving down here, this is where you actually set up your phone for a lock. So when I get in the car, the phone is on Bluetooth and the car will unlock and drive without a standard key. You can walk away and the door will lock, which I love that, and you can tell it not to do that at your house. And then there's a few other options related to unlocking it when you park, and some other little options here for unlocking it with your phone. Now, I do have the MyQ connected garage, which means my garage door opener is MyQ enabled, and I did subscribe for a lifetime. I think I paid $200 and something, and I am permanently set up so when we drive the car back home, the garage door does open and close. Taking a look at the lights, you can turn the front and rear fog lights on, the dome lights off, on or on auto, the ambient lights inside of the cabin here, and the auto turn signals, and the auto high beams, and then headlights on when you get out of the car. And then here's your display. You can set up all the different options on your display, tilt it to the left or right or center, the language and things like that, and your time and distance and temperature. And this shows your last trips here and how much your watts per mile was. And of course, this is for your navigation. This has your navigation volume, trip planner, avoid tolls, avoid ferries, things like that for nav. Service is where you go in and you can do different things like jack mode, car wash mode, things like that. It shows you your tire pressures. And software we took a look at already. It shows you your software versions and what you purchased as far as software. And with upgrades here, you can actually purchase upgrades on the car. You can get full self-driving. You can subscribe to full self-driving. You can buy it outright for 15 grand or subscribe every month to that. And that's a look at the left side of the menu. Taking a look at the bottom part of the menu is where you can go through things like your phone connection here. These are your cameras, so when we hit the camera button, we see all the cameras. This is where you can actually choose other things that aren't in the bottom menu, things like the toy box and the arcade, Bluetooth settings, Sirius XM, tune-in, Zoom calls, things like that, and you can also add them to the shortcuts at the bottom. These bottom ones are all shortcuts. TI is tune-in radio, but just beware when you do tune-in radio on this car, they put their own commercials in related to you having a Tesla. So they know that you're tuned in a Tesla, and they put commercials in based on that. And that right there is your actual browser. And there's your Bluetooth and your Sirius XM, and that is a look at the bottom of the actual screen. We are now in the back of my 2023 Model S Plaid, and I'm telling you, the back seat of this car is absolutely awesome. They redesigned the back now with a screen for the rear passengers, and the rear passengers now have control over their own climate control, and they are able to actually watch videos back here. Now you can see right now I just powered on this, and I will show you some video of this that I'll cut over. But you can hear that the AC is now on, and also I will run you guys through the whole entire thing of this screen here momentarily. Also, let me turn this off. And of course, here comes the plane. I'm literally in the flight path. My God, ridiculous. Jet. So also in the back of my 2023 Model S Plaid, there are two USB-C ports here, and I did confirm that would charge my laptop just with a USB cable. It's perfect for bringing your laptop along and charging. And I did locate the other two USB ports in the front of the car the other day when I was looking around in there, and I happened to find this hidden compartment. Now the seats in the Model S Plaid are very comfortable. I'm in the back and I'm not very tall, and I have the front seat all the way forward, but I can still sit comfortably back here, and I think they're some of the most comfortable seats I've sat in a car. We are back in the back of the 2023 Model S Plaid to give you a closer look at the climate control and the controls for the entertainment system in the back. And you can see right here, we have controls for our climate control right here, where we can adjust the back seat temperature. And that is the little fan control here. We have controls here for the seats, the heated seats. And then we have the capability to look at our music, what's playing back here. And then the cool thing is if we go here, we can actually go to YouTube, as you can see. And we have right here and right now, if we press that, there is the Supercar Street Racing channel right here, looking so cool. So yeah, the backseat drivers, or backseat riders, passengers, can actually watch YouTube and some other things while they are in the back seat. The front seat cannot do that, but the back seat has a choice of Netflix, Disney Plus, Twitch, Hulu, YouTube, or you can look at the Tesla tutorials. And then if you go back here, we can power this off and on our fan in the back and adjust the temperature. We are here in the Tesla Model S Plaid, and you can see that I have hardware 4, so I do have the capability to launch Steam and play Steam games. And also, we can actually play games in the car with the car stationary, like Beach Buggy Racing here. And when you play Beach Buggy Racing, you use the actual controls for the car. So you use the steering wheel and the foot pedal, and it is loading right now. And I am trying to figure out why there's no sound. But the sound isn't what's important right now. It is important that you see that this plays with the stock factory steering wheel and gas and brake pedal. You can see here I am steering this guy with the car, and I do have my accelerator pedal. So that is how you play games while you are sitting still in the Tesla Model S Plaid. Alright, we are back in front of the Model S Plaid screen here, and you can see that we are in the arcade. And if we hit launch Steam Beta here, it will take a couple of minutes to launch. There it goes, so it is starting up right now. And this is actually real time of how long it takes to launch Steam. So it has been about 25 seconds since I did it. There's the Steam logo, and here we are in front of the screen, and you can see right here we can actually install all the games that we have inside on the PC in the car and play them with Steam. So I just wanted you guys to check that out real quick, what that looks like. This is a look at the frunk in the Tesla Model S Plaid. Nothing much to see here. I've only been inside here one time. The only thing in here of note is a tow hook and the ability to change your washer fluid. Nothing else to see. Very clean. The probably first or second time I've ever opened it. All right, we're around back at the trunk of the Model S Plaid, and I purposefully left everything in here so you guys could get a good idea of the space that this thing has. And you can see I have a large Walmart box in here I have to go return. I have my camera equipment here and some shopping, and my charger right here is right underneath these clothes. And I do have the Tesla wall connector there, the Tesla mobile connector, sorry, not the wall connector. And that is what I use if I have to charge, which I really never have because I don't really drive the car that much. But that's a look at the back of the car. You also have the switches for the back seats right over there on each side of the seats as well. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed a look at my 2023 Tesla Model S Plaid. And we hope you guys will like and subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for all the fun things that we're going to be doing with this car on Supercar Street Racing. We'll see you next time.